Once upon a time, in a sprawling valley of cables and clouds, there stood the Internet Farm. Its inhabitants were a mix of bright-eyed creators, visionary founders, and humble consumers, all working together in harmony. At least, that was the story we were told. I arrived at the Internet Farm as an idealist. Like many of you, I was lured in by the promises of open pastures, free tools, free email, free search engines, boundless creativity, and a world unshackled by the burdens of traditional industry. "Innovate!" cried the founders, their eyes glinting with zeal. "We're here to liberate you from the greedy overlords who have oppressed you!" And oh, how we cheered. The first hero of the farm was called Stripey, a scrappy rooster who crowed disruption at dawn each day. Stripey had humble beginnings, scratching out a living in a dusty coop. He spoke of freedom from the clutches of Old Bank, a lumbering and oppressive institution. We clucked in agreement. Who wouldn't want a kinder, more open egg economy? Then came Criavo, a clever fox with a knack for design. Criavo's backstory was one of rebellion against Adobe the Bear, who had grown fat and lazy, charging exorbitant fees for every creative tool. "Why waste your hard-earned seeds?" Criavo asked. "Here, use my tools for free. All I ask is a nibble of your data." We fell for it, hard. The floodgates opened. Soon the farm was bustling with new arrivals. Googlagoon arrived, offering free search engines to navigate the web, free email addresses, and free cloud storage. Spotfly swooped in with endless songs to chirp along to. FaceFlock promised us connections, friends and followers as far as the eye could see. And Uburo? It was a golden age. Netty, they told us, would free us from cable's tyranny. Finally, we could watch what we wanted on demand. Yet now, you pay to share your password, and soon there will be ads, the very thing we ran from. Tiki decides what trends, often promoting content that is damaging or outright dangerous. But golden ages, as you know, never last. The first cracks appeared quietly, almost imperceptibly. Googlagoon began to oink about premium slop packages when some of us filled our inboxes and clouds. "Just a small fee," it snorted. "Maintenance costs, you understand." Next, Spotfly started squawking about limited skips unless we upgraded to Spotfly Premium. Uburo, the once diligent guardian of ad-free pastures, began scattering advertisements like invasive weeds. "Just a few," it insisted, "to keep the farm running." Then there were the data deals. We discovered that FaceFlock had been selling our secrets to Big Wolf, an unseen beast who lurked beyond the fences. "It's for your benefit," FaceFlock cawed. "Targeted worm ads, personalized scarecrow tips." By the time we realized what was happening, the farm had changed. Stripey, who once crowed about liberation, now perched atop a gilded coop. "For efficiency," Stripey declared, "I've partnered with Big Wolf. Your eggs are now secure with me." Criavo's tools, once free and boundless, now came with optional watermarks unless you subscribed monthly to remove them. We tried to leave. Some of us turned to new farms with fresh promises, but the fences were high, and our habits, our eggs, our art, our connections, were all tied to the big Internet Farm. "You're free to go," the founders said, grinning. "But can you really afford to?" And that's when it hit me. The farm wasn't a farm at all. It was a cage disguised as utopia, its bars invisible until you tried to escape. The founders, who once slept on couches and ate instant noodles, now sat atop thrones of algorithms, as bloated and monopolistic as the giants they once vowed to overthrow. Some of you might think, well, this doesn't affect me. To that, I say, look around you. Your music, your emails, your creative tools, even the way you connect with friends, all belong to the farm now. The promises were sweet, the reality, bitter. And yet, here we remain. Because deep down, we're still the hopeful creators who believed in the farm's dream. We're still clucking along, hoping that maybe, just maybe, the next Stripey or Criavo will get it right. But you and I both know how this story ends. "All internet users are created equal," the internet CEOs wrote on the gates. Below it, someone had scrawled in tiny letters, but internet users who pay for premium services are more equal than others.